Esports is just people, communities gathering around games and then playing them competitively and treating them as a sport. They play all types of games. There's real-time strategy games like StarCraft. Some people play MMOs like WoW competitively. There are first-person shooters like Halo or Counter-Strike. Pretty much all of them. There's even some people play Tetris competitively in Japan. Fighting games, all of them. StarCraft 2 is one of the most popular esports right now. It's a real-time strategy game made by Blizzard, who also made World of Warcraft and the Warcraft series. It's a real-time strategy game taking place in some galaxy out there with 3 distinct races, and it's played pretty much globally. The idea is, in StarCraft, that you start with a base and you have to mine resources with your workers, and as you get resources you can build an army and go up your tech tree to get better and better things. And the idea is you hopefully destroy your enemy. You need a lot of hand-eye coordination. You gotta get really good mouse accuracy. Very important to have your settings fine-tuned on your computer so that it best goes with you. You have to be able to look at something and understand the weaknesses or what they had to invest into it to get to it, so you can try to pick it apart. It's very mental and very physical, surprisingly. You have to be very, very precise with your movements and actions. Obviously a little bit different just because of the formats of it, but obviously in things like throwing a baseball or something, there's a lot of precise hand movement, precise letting release and stuff like that. That sort of thing's also pretty important in StarCraft, that you do things quickly enough and precise enough that it all works out. The mental aspects are pretty similar. You have to be able to, in football, you have to see some other formation and understand what it's built for and what they're trying to accomplish with it. Same thing in StarCraft, you see a certain build order or something like that, and you have to understand, hopefully, where they're going to go with it. The foreign scene is actually defined as not Korean, because the Koreans are just on such a different level in dedication and skill level in the game. In Korea, esports has been pretty strong for the last 10 years. They have a lot of infrastructure and corporate sponsorships, like major corporations like Samsung or major telecommunication stations there. So they have like team houses and kids live there and make a lot of money. Top players in the first StarCraft game make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year on salary without tournament wins, and they're treated like stars there. They get product advertisements and go in commercials and things like that. One player gets paid $15,000 for an appearance, like to be places. In the foreign scene, it's a little bit more low-key. In Europe and America, and those are the two major places. South America is also pretty big, but you can still make a pretty good living. In StarCraft 2 right now, StarCraft 2 is bigger in the foreign scene than it is in Korea. But yeah, you can still make a good living. It's just not as high a level of stardom as it is in Korea. MLG is Major League Gaming. It's the biggest North American professional gaming organization. They have 4 or 5 different titles in their pro circuit, and every year they go around the country. They had one in Orlando last year, and Usually they hit up California, Orlando, the Midwest, Northeast, and they just hold tournaments, and pro players come from all around the world to play in them. Each tournament's a little bit different. MLG's, their latest tournament, I think had a first place of 10,000. The one before that had 25,000, I think, just because there's just different scale of tournaments. Their national finals will have a $50,000 prize purse. In Korea, they have like a bi-monthly tournament, which I believe the winner of that gets $50,000. Most payouts are between 10 to 50,000, usually 50,000 are the major tournament player, whether it be like nerves or something. A lot of players make a lot of money through streaming. On websites like Twitch TV or Owned, you stream your gameplay and people come watch and you get the ad revenue. And the more people watch, obviously, the more money you make. Since StarCraft 2 came out, esports outside of Korea has blown up pretty big. Before StarCraft 2, you could get maybe a couple hundred people watching a StarCraft 2 tournament. If you hit 1,000 or 10,000 or something big like that, it was like a huge deal. Now people watch people play every day. This one streamer gets 10,000 viewers every time he plays. Big major tournaments get 300,000 to 400,000 viewers throughout the tournament. So it's 10 times larger almost. Like it's a much larger scene than it was 2 or 3 years ago.